Somebody's got to be in their bonnet, but it may be for reasons that you don't see. Welcome back to the Divine Masculine Update. Yes, we cover these weekly. You can receive these ahead of the crowd within a YouTube membership. Very separately, we have the joint connection that is hosted via the weekend, super chats, as well as private bookings should you need some. Now, we are going to get into the read. And I always knew that November in the collective of the twin flame path and collectively with the energy was going to be both positive and negative. We have had, this has been one of the most transformative years. I do recall saying to my nieces and nephews the other day, I said, if you actually physically look back to May this year, can you honestly say to yourself you were the same person anymore? Were you doing what you were doing back in May? And I can guarantee you something quite significant has changed. Our vibration, our energy source, things are amping up though, and this is this space where there is this precipice of change as we do reach the mid-month energy. And I'm really seeing as we do move into November, especially with our pending Mercury retrograde, what we are going to find is it's going to become busier. Jupiter will be direct, Chiron will be moving direct, Mercury will be going retrograde. So very interesting wrap-ups, very interesting movements. Especially because of the place of where Mercury is going to be. But we'll discuss that later in the energy updates. Now, what I am significantly seeing here is this person's quite fed up. This person is having a revelation. I think it's really quite common in the ascension process, especially within the twin flame path. Many individuals feel that a divine masculine, especially within a karmic relationship, within the cycles and how they've been relating to you, they're going to remain that way forever. And as the good old saying goes, nothing ever stays the same forever, especially if this is a very toxic situation this person had been dealing with. The transits come along and try to amplify those situations to really put the magnifying glass into this domain so that the person can go, oh crap, this really is not attractive. This really is not fun. Is this spiritually in alignment for me? And that pressure point is what changes us. It's like a diamond. It's, it has the pressure put on it so the clarity can come through with the diamond. And then from there, they're firmer with their standpoint and they know what they want. Now, this person is sick of being flexible for everyone. This person is also very sick of the fact that people are not flexible for them. They also do feel to a degree they need to be flexible for the right reasons. But there's something that's really tightening down on them, and it is bringing that pressure point about. I do believe this is with relationship settings. I do believe it can be with karmic situations, with career vibrations, and with their personal mission in life. This card drops down to a 10. So this person can really be looking at their life and saying, look, I know the direction I want to go in, but I've had no physical time to. I've had left, right, and center things coming at me. My desires, my hopes, my dreams, my passions have been in the back of my mind, but I have not had 5 to address them. I almost call it the Cinderella effect, because Anastasia and Drusilla were able to go to the ball, but the Cinderella had to stay behind, and it took the fairy godmother to come along to actually sort this. And I do feel the guides are on divine masculine side here, and I definitely feel, especially from a lot of psychic downloads I had years ago, is when I started seeing the elephants and signs and synchronicities. I was really dealing with quite a karmic path at that stage, and it was to do with tribe and family. And, a karmic energy doesn't have to be that that person's a real horrible individual, but it could be that the patterns are there and they're quite heavy. They could project or have expectations towards circumstances. But for some, it can be a very toxic situation. It could be, because elephant totem, elephants have 2 polarities. On one, it's very nurturing. It's very loving. On the other, if they feel you don't mix in their group, it's very the age of Aquarius, you're out, you're not part of the collective. So these circumstances, I do feel for divine masculine can relate around a tribal energy, a home. There is something missing, and it's like they're wanting them to sort out their dramas. You know, it's almost like if they've been quite codependent, especially with the 11 coming through on the card. I do directly feel that divine masculine's pulling back and saying, you're going to have to resolve your problems because I've got 99 problems and this is not one. Now, can divine feminine embody these energies, especially in a mirror sense? 100%. This person does feel stuck. This person feels other individuals around them do quite manipulate. This can be a story that has been gone. It's almost like a repeating pattern. You know, pulling heartstrings, trying to manipulate the circumstances. And it is this never-ending story. I do feel, like I said, the pressure points coming up with this individual, and I do feel this person is really going to lose their cool. Yeah. I do feel they're thinking about divine feminine. I do feel the pressure point is on also. I feel they totally understand why you had been frustrated. I'm hearing the term walking a mile in another person's shoes. It's almost like there's been a semi-role reversal. I do feel they're also putting pressure on themselves because of something they desire. They're not content with the here and now of how things are. They want so much more. They want this with divine feminine. They want to be able to be open. There have been some things behind closed doors that divine feminine is unaware of. And I don't necessarily feel this is anything negative for divine feminine. I just feel it was unnecessary to burden you. Yeah, this person can really feel that their dream states are giving them a lot of messages. Yeah, this could be a person that's feeling very run down, very worn out, really coming to the edge of this. I do feel for some they're waking up and they're crying, and you know, by no means am I. You know, it's really sad in this modern day. We all have emotions. So be it you're a male or a female, there is always an opportunity to feel that pressure point through fatigue, through frustration, and to cry. You know, I've had a few times in my life where I would deem myself as quite a stubborn, strong person. And I'd woken up and it was the emotional tears. And it was like, this is, you know, really strange. Where has this come from? And again, it was the pressure point. It was the spiritual release. I think there could be a proposition for divine feminine. Divine feminine is entering into divine masculine streams. This can be almost calling them in, calling them to the party, physically or metaphorically. Yeah, time's on, pressure's on. Oh, wow. We've got the reunion card. Yep, time's up. This is how divine masculine feels. This is almost like, okay, look, in order to have this, I have to deal with this karmic situation. They have a very strong pull towards you. This is something that's going to come as a huge surprise. I do believe whatever this is going down, it's almost like this has been a long time coming, but when it happens, it's super quick. If you do need a personal booking, you can go to the link directly below. If you do want to come through and check next week's read, come through and join the members now, or stay tuned, subscribe, and click the bell for the notification for the next edition. Take care, beautifuls, and I'll see you soon.